Clippers probably my favorite spot on the card. Now, this is just as much of a back the Clippers as it is fade the Bulls. I am going to be trying to fade the Bulls on early numbers, on open so much. This team just traded Zach LaVine to drop the protections on their own pick. They literally said, the way that we gain value from trading our best player is by losing games this season. So let that be a loud message from what the organization just did. And you see it in their rotations, in their closing lineups, prioritizing the youth movement. On the other end, the Clippers, coming off of 2 losses in a row, go into Chicago on rest after games in Indiana and Detroit. So they did lose these 2 on the road, but really easy travel spot with those 2 games prior to being in Chicago with rest. Kawhi off the injury report altogether. So once he's officially deemed active, I think this is a consensus 8.5 with some even 9s popping up. So love the Clippers in this spot. I would say you could start to play it. You know, people are going to hate this when I play a juiced money line, but if you're seeing it at 8.5 only, then you could split up your bet and play some of it on the spread and then some of it for insurance on the money line and split it up a half unit each way. And you're going to bring home less return, but that's a large number to lay on a road favorite. But this spot just screams Clippers.
All right, let's talk about the Portland Trailblazers.
What's not to love about the mid-season job-saving Chauncey Billups? I'll see you next year with a new contract. Portland Trailblazers doing it on defense, doing it on offense too, doing it in the paint, doing it with the young guys on the perimeter. Watching Portland actually genuinely such a treat. So this game opened at 5. You now see 5.5 and 6 consensus across the market. I think this line is going to close at 6 or 6.5. And I think just blindly on that number, you play a -5.5. I make this game a 6.3 in a model, and looking at the numbers and the early market movement and the value of these spots and the way that these teams have been playing. The Wizards play by far the most rookies in the league, and now they're trying to bring in veterans of Marcus Smart and Middleton to try and keep that team afloat. But generally you see the veterans keep the young guys afloat when they've played together for a bunch of time. So when it was Brogdon or Valanciunas or Kuzma, like, the Wizards looked a little bit better in the month of January when those guys were being showcased to see who's going to take you at the trade deadline, Jonas, or who's going to come for you, Kuzma. This new version of Smart and Middleton, you don't really know what you're going to get. You don't really know how many minutes. They don't really have the cohesion with these young guys. They're learning the young guys and how to help them just as much as the young guys are trying to fit in and grow and develop themselves. So Wizards have played, I think 1,500 more minutes of rookies on the court than any other team. It's staggering. The young guys in Portland are developing and looking really good. You can't say the same for Washington. Washington, the worst team, not only in the league, but probably in the last 5 years or so. So looking to fade them really whenever you can.
Very quickly, Miami Heat, this is not rocket science. They are 1.5 point favorites versus the Atlanta Hawks. They've played horrible the other night. Second back to back. Just horrible. Offense couldn't do anything. Completely stuck in the mud. It was wretched. I think they're a better team. I make this game 2.5. So I got a point of value on it. Revenge spot. Spoelstra is about, in his career, he's about 59% against the spread in these revenge spots versus division opponents. So that to me is like a really good one. Is like, all right, familiar opponent at home, coming off of a loss, revenge spot. Spoelstra will take care of business. So I like the Heat here as well. Probably maybe do a little parlay. We'll get a little parlay going of Clippers. That's a big number. Clippers money line, Heat money line, Blazers money line. That'd be good. A little 3-way favorite parlay. We'll throw that one in there as well.